So where is Gonagain? Gonagain is back in Montana, dealing with the snow and the high winds. Today is gusting 40. Won't be riding the motorcycle today. One thing I want to talk to you about is, what is Gonagain? Gonagain is a channel about us. It's not like some channels where you turn them on and it's always the same from video to video. Like there's a lot of video channels that we watch, and we know that when we click on them, we know exactly what that person's going to be doing. Like if you watch Trek Planner, for example, you know that he's going to be hiking somewhere in Utah, or SUV RVing, you know he's going to be camping somewhere and climbing up to the top of a mountain. That's what he does. Gonagain's not like that. We spend a lot of time in the desert. Different deserts, Nevada, Arizona, wherever, because we like that kind of exploring. And sometimes we're riding our Harley Davidson. We're always doing something different, and it's because our channel is about Linda and I. It's not about a subject so much. And so sometimes you'll click on our channel, we might be doing something totally different than we were doing the week before. It actually hurts us. It hurts the algorithm. YouTube doesn't know what to do with us. That's why our subscriber count doesn't go up as much as it should. We should be over 100,000 subscribers now. We're down around 72,000 or something like that. But the thing is, you don't know what to expect from us, and that actually hurts us on YouTube. But you know what? If we did it any other way, we wouldn't be having fun. And the main thing is that we have some fun with this. Anyways, enough about that. What am I doing today? Well, I got this battery here. This battery went bad. And when I told WattCycle what it was doing, they said they were just sending me another battery, which they will. They didn't ask for this one back. They says, take the top off it and look and see if it's got a disconnected wire. So what it was doing is, instead of going to 0 volts, it was going down to a little over 5 volts. Pretty weird. Usually when a battery goes to sleep, it goes to 0 volts, and you can wake it up again by hooking up a charger to it or hooking up another battery to it, and you can wake it up. Couldn't wake this battery up. I tested every wire and for continuity, everything was good. So, well, it doesn't wake up normally, so I'll try something else. I went and got my huge 50-year-old massive automotive battery charger that's capable of putting out 100 amps. It's not like your average battery charger. I hooked it up to this thing, turned it on max for about 30 seconds and turned it off, and it woke up. So today I'm reinstalling it in the trailer, parallel with the other one just like it. That's what Gonagain is doing today. So the trailer is a mess. When we got back from southern Arizona about a week and a half ago, we didn't have time to do anything in here. It was already snowing and blowing and icy out, so it's just been kind of waiting for some attention. And we didn't even wash out the refrigerator. It's not bad, but that needs to be done. But looking at the weather report, this week is warming up. Unfortunately, in Montana, when it warms up, it means that the wind is going to howl. You get those southern Chinooks that warm everything up, but man, it does blow. Yeah, that's just springtime in Montana. But we do have some plans, some camping in the state here, some traveling. We'll be going back to Arizona in the near future, maybe in the next month or 6 weeks. We'll be going back down again before it gets too hot. Although I see right now that down where we bought property, it's 103 today. Every time I do something like this on YouTube, there's about a dozen people that write in and tell me I'm doing it wrong, or it's kind of funny because Just because I'm doing it differently doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. Doesn't matter. Hooking these up in parallel to a bus bar, but no matter what I'm doing, there's always somebody that seems to know better. That's just part of being under the YouTube microscope. It's all part of the fun, kinda not. I'm not complaining. I've learned a lot from this channel and from you guys in particular through your comments. But man, it doesn't matter what I do, there's always a better way of doing it, which is good to learn, but at the same time, just because I'm not doing it your way doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong. For example, somebody just told me I should have big fuses between the battery here and the bus bar, but these are smart batteries and they're fused internally. If I short one wire out here, you know, make a spark accidentally, it shuts the battery off immediately. So it doesn't always apply. Well, while we were down in Arizona, I kept thinking about my Harley. I missed riding it so much. They really kind of become a part of you. Hard to explain, but you Harley riders know what I'm talking about. But as soon as we got back this last week, I took my first opportunity when it wasn't snowing or raining or something when the roads were dry to get it out and ride it. And it was below freezing and I bundled up pretty warm and hit the highway, and I was out for about an hour and my fingers hurt so bad. I was wearing good winter gloves, but even that didn't help. Self-heating gloves would have been better, but even those, your thumbs tend to freeze. But I stayed out as long as I could, and I had a smile frozen on my face for about an hour afterwards. But I did get this bike out and ride it. Later this week, it looks like the weather might cooperate and the winds might die off, and Linda and I are riding for pie. And looking forward to that. We know of a good restaurant about 50 miles away that serves good homemade pie. Sounds like a Gonagain thing to do, doesn't it? As for this bike, this is my Yamaha TW200. I really like this bike. However, when I was down in Arizona, I bought a dual sport bike that suits my riding style just a little different, a little better, and I'm going to put this one up for sale. This is a really great bike. People love these TWs. I've had a lot of fun on this one, but I'm gonna list it here on Facebook Marketplace because I don't have too many places here near where I live to ride it without having to trailer it somewhere first. And frankly, when I got time to ride a motorcycle up here, it's gonna be this one. Well, I guess the main focus of this channel is traveling on a budget, sometimes very limited budget. When we started this channel, our budget was a lot more limited than it is now. That's why a 6x10 cargo trailer. We've done a lot of traveling on a budget. When Linda and I were first married, we bought a Volkswagen bus in LA that needed the engine rebuilt, and we rebuilt it and headed down into Mexico for a wonderful time, traveling into remote places, getting to know the people. Just had a great time doing that, avoiding all the tourist traps, tourist towns. We bought a small sailboat that needed totally reconditioned and refit. We did that, sailed it to the South Pacific and Hawaii, and had a great time doing that. We bought a larger sailboat that we raised our daughters on. We've done a lot of different things, traveled all over the United States and in various ways. Nowadays you see us doing some traveling on that Harley Davidson. It's just another way to travel, another means to get out on the highway. And that's kind of what this channel is all about, is just road tripping and traveling and doing so on a budget. We're going to talk more about that in another video. We're going to go into detail about how we've done this. Well, this job is buttoned up. We'll see how well that battery does. I don't know if it's going to stay living or not, but we'll see. And that's what Gonagain is doing today. Thanks for coming along on this one, you guys. See you around on the next one.